Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of a Zhong Cage Fighting Series. Going down in 5 weeks, May 20 in the heart of San Francisco, Keys R Pavilion. Right next to me, we have Benny Orozco making his professional debut. Some of you guys already know this guy is his undefeated amateur fighter, 5-0 as an amateur now, moving up to the pro league and making a pro debut. Now, Benny, let's introduce you once again to all the fight fans out there. Who you are, where you coming from, what got you into fighting, and how you gonna make this pro switch.
Benny Orozco. I'm from Antioch, East Bay. I got into this honestly just because I was working at UPS. I'm still working at UPS, but I was a driver, and I was like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I got to do something I like, and so I was like, one of those dudes watching the UFC fights on the weekend, like, I think I could take some of these guys. So I'm like, let me try it. Let me see if I'm just a talker, and let's see if I really got it. And I've been training and blessed to go 5-0. So we're going for it.
Well, you're almost getting to the point where in the amateur circuit, I can't really find you a fight. Every time you hit me up, I'm like, damn, I need to get somebody from LA or something, because it's to the point where a lot of amateurs, when they get to a certain level, and then they just went pro. And then I think you are on that stage. And then how old are you, Benny?
I'm 26, but my birthday is Wednesday coming up, so I'm turning 27.
So this is now's time whenever.
Yep, getting to my prime, so
that's right. Time. Now, your foundation of a martial art, it's you wrestled in high school, right?
Yeah, I wrestled for 2 years in high school.
And how do you get so good at wrestling?
I don't know, just being around it, honestly, because I wrestled my junior and senior year, never went to state. I was a big boy. I wrestled 220s in my junior year, and then
like a tank.
Yeah, and then I came down to 182 by my senior year. So, the weight class, I was definitely in the wrong weight classes, so that didn't help, but, I was always an athlete, and then I just stayed around. I still coach at the school I wrestled at. So I've been coaching for like 8 years now. So just being around it, learning the craft, all the moves, and yeah, just staying around it.
Now you're a jiu-jitsu blue belt under a purple belt. Oh, you purple belt. When did you get purple?
Not too long ago, but I already have 3 stripes, so the brown's coming pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Here we go. One step closer.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. Now you're training at the gym, Dr. Mamaya, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been with Dre for quite a bit of time.
Yeah. I started jiu-jitsu like 3.5 years ago, and then MMA maybe like 2 years ago. So yeah, I've been with him ever since I started training.
That's pretty fast to climb up about to be brown.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty good. Well, congrats on you, and all the hard work pays off, and I'm sure your consistency and discipline. So now you're up and coming fight against a veteran of the sport. Daniel James Allen from AKA, and he's similar style like the way you fight, but he just been a pro for a minute. And then now, what you think of him?
He's cool. He has that wrestling base. He doesn't do too much jiu-jitsu. He likes to hold people down mostly.
Right.
Do some ground and pound, a little bit of ground and pound, but yeah, he doesn't really try to advance position too much and really do too much like that. So I think that's the big difference between us.
So now, when you're watching the way he fights, and do you ever feel intimidated because he's been 4 professional fights in? Yeah, he's already experienced the elbows, knees on the head, the whole 9 yards, and for you to jumping into this fight, us making a pro debut against a vet like him, do you have any concern?
No, I'm not worried about it. I train with a lot of people, a lot of good people, bigger people. So, I'm not worried about him holding me down. No one holds me down. So it's gonna be real hard. If he does get me to the floor somehow, he's not holding me down. So
right. And you might be able to hold him down.
Oh, definitely. If I get it down, he's not getting up.
Oh shit. And then plus you gotta get some ground and pound in.
Oh yeah. You can see, and the experience, like I would say our opponents are about similar. I went back and watched all of his fights, low-level opponents, no one crazy. This last guy he went against was probably the best person. I don't know if between like my last guy that I fought and his last guy, they're probably even. My guy was a state champ in wrestling, and he knew how to wrestle better than the guy he went against. But I don't know. The guy he went against had good cardio, I guess, but
I think last fight was the first time the fight went to distance for him.
He
Right?
got his debut.
His debut fight Ben I forgot the name.
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
Shit. I forgot his name. Brain farted. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But they fought at 185 or something.
Yes.
He's not a 185er,
No.
so
He
yeah.
actually missed weight by coming too low.
Yeah.
Because commissions a little bit almost want to scratch that fight because he was he took that fight like in a short notice and it just happened that way sometimes and then and now he's 55er and you what's your think about your future? Are you gonna stay in the 155s, your weight class?
No, I'll probably go 45s. I'm just been slowly keeping my diet on, getting my body weight lower naturally. Don't want to, dehydrate myself to get to 45. I could do it if I wanted to. Like if I really wanted to get 45, I could get there, but
Wow.
I'm trying to do it the right way, get my body fat down and
Slowly in and out. And what do you walk around weight right now?
I diet year round, so I'm probably around 177, like before training, 170 after training.
Wow.
Yeah.
So one training session you drop like 4, 5, 6 pounds.
Oh yeah, like 6, 7. Yeah, I train hard, so I sweat a lot.
I can imagine that kind of a session. That's gotta be very intense and dripping wet, and it's like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Now that's awesome though. Now, Benny, when you're growing up as an MMA fighter, who is your idol in overall as an MMA fighter?
I mean, I love Khabib, obviously, his styles.
You look like Khabib. I always say that all the time, like a mini Khabib.
Yeah, so I love Khabib's game. I love Volkanovski's game. I try to blend their styles together. No one's really seen my stand up, but if you're
I haven't seen your stand up,
Yeah.
and I want to see your stand up.
Yeah.
So do you think this fight, two wrestlers against each other, might end up stand up?
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get in his face. He's taller than me, so I got to close that distance. And I've seen in his fights, once you press him, he's ready to. His reaction is takedown. So we're gonna be exchanging, but I think I come out on top on all the exchanges.
I think that you don't have to put pressure on him. He's gonna go for a takedown.
Yeah.
Daniel is last fight, I have the same thought too. I was telling Daniel, I'm like, you're a wrestler and your opponent's wrestler. We gotta see some stand up and then end up just wrestle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, probably you go to his strongest point. That's wrestling. So if you can neutralize his wrestling, I think this fight will be a very interesting outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even if he were to get me on the floor, my jiu-jitsu's too good. No one's pushed him in cardio, like, ever. He's never been pushed hard, and I'm a cardio machine. I train hard. I train 25 minutes. I don't train for 15 minutes. I train to be the best, and my I'm never getting tired, so he's gonna have to fight at my pace nonstop, and he's not gonna be able to hold me down and rest for the whole fight, so we're gonna see how he deals with that.
That's pretty awesome. Now, do you have any future opponent that in your radar that you think you might want to run into or you want to run into?
No, just whoever's offered, whoever's willing to take the fight. I just ask for names and I say yes. Get this guy. I ran it by Andre because he was undefeated 4-0. I was like, Andre, what do you want to get your blessing before I take a hard opponent 4-0. And he looked at the film and he said, yep, I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing. So we're confident in the matchup.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I always love Benny have that level of a confidence, and you always never say no to any fights. It was pretty awesome to having a fighter like you, like the Danny White talk about Conor McGregor. It's like the young Conor McGregor. That's how he climbed up the ladder so fast and so quick, and that's pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to having this fight. We're having a few matchups in this card. You guys can check out DragonHouseMMA.com as a pro. It's definitely very intriguing for myself as matchmaking, and also put on the event. So like I'm very interesting. The last event, I think the fight of the night was Salvador Rosario against Kabul's, I forgot his last name. That was a really high level, high calculated matchup that it's a beautiful to watching. It's a good art to watching, especially people who really understand MMA. It's like, wow, every little move, the counter, the takedowns, and the wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all mixed together. So, and this is one of the fights that I would tell a lot of people. Benny Orozco is undefeated amateur versus Daniel Allen's undefeated pro. This is the one of the matchup that I highly recommend to a lot of people. Definitely do not miss it out. I can predict the outcome. I don't think no one can, but definitely two of those beasts meet at the cage. It's definitely going to be interesting for all the fight fans out there to watch it. Now, if people want to get a hold of you, Benny, how can people contact you for tickets?
You can hit me up on Instagram, Benny Orozco 36. That's mainly, I'm always on there. I'm always, when I'm not training, I'm always trying to keep up on social media and stuff. So you can definitely get a hold of me there.
And you got a full-time job at UPS?
No, it's part-time.
Part-time.
So yeah, I just work in the mornings. I just came from there actually. So
this is the dream you train, you chase it.
Yeah, they all know it. They're all supporting me. All my supervisors, managers, they know I gotta leave early to go get some extra training, and they definitely support me. They see what's going on. So
where did you born and raised, Benny?
Antioch, California. Yeah.
So native Antioch.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. So wow, that's pretty awesome. We have a native Antioch guys and a verse Daniel. I forgot where he originally from, but he lives in San Jose now. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup right here. Now, do you have any special loved one, training partners, supporters, sponsors that you want to shout out to?
Yeah, shout out Business and Buffoonery, Cooler Boys, Veganism, always keep me up on my health.
Are you vegan?
No, but good supplements, gives good supplements.
Okay. All right.
But La Rubia sauce, my mom's sauce, she's always supporting me, always making sure I'm taking care of my dad. Los Charos, his mom owns the restaurant, so he's always bringing me back food, so I don't have to worry about paying for food, because like I said, it's part-time at UPS, so I don't have a lot of money to be spending on good nutrients and stuff. So I'm blessed to have that for food, and then veganism keeping me on my health. So yeah.
What do you think about vegan as a pro athlete?
Man, I don't know. I've never gone veganism, but my boy Izzy lives and dies by it.
God damn, I don't know how you can get enough protein with tofus and beans and I need my beef and fish.
Yeah, I love steak and chicken and
yeah. Well, how ideally after this fight, how soon do you want to get back in the cage? My next one after May 20, it's gonna be August 19, the biggest show in California. I'm not fucking around. I'm telling you guys the truth. It's gonna be the biggest show in California. We actually the strategy we put on that show is gonna be basically 2 events combined to one, so we can get the allowance amount of bouts on the card. So it's gonna be a 12 to 13 pros and 12 to 13 amateurs. It's going to be a big one. So what do you think about turning around after May 20?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love having at least like 2 months between my fights. Obviously, I could run through some fights. I had five fights last year. And but I always like coming here, Dragon House, and you're my boy. I told you that, so I love coming through and putting on a show. It's not too far, my family can come through and watch, and you have it live streamed nationwide, so everybody can watch.
The one in Cow Palace, we're gonna have a huge plasma TV, have instant replays, the whole 9 yard. That thing is like, I think like a 20 feet wide and 10 feet long plasma. It's like really nice. And then the lighting is like, obviously, like, damn, it's like a $20,000 lighting out there. So I mean, I can't wait after May 20. It's gonna be August 19. We're trying to do once a year at Cow Palace, and then the rest of it will be in Kezar, and then we might have another venue going to East Bay next year too. Okay. So we'll keep all the fans updated. So now, if your opponent Daniel Allen watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
Train hard. I hope you're taking me seriously, because I'm hands down the best opponent you've ever had, not even close. So don't take it as I'm just an amateur coming up to make a debut to get beat. I'm definitely not. I'm up and coming, big time comer. So
hungry.
Yeah, don't mess around. You come in thinking you're gonna run me over, it's gonna be a bad night.
Don't underestimate Khabib, Little bitty Khabib. That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for more information about this upcoming fight card, make sure you guys check out DragonHouseMMA.com. This event's a live stream pay-per-view nationwide. You can make it, order your live stream pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com. And once again, it's going to be another huge stack card event going down for all the fight fans out there. Don't miss it. So anyone want to get last minute hot on the wagon, get on the card. Have a couple more spots left, and always trying to add some more fights on the card. Just DM me on IG, follow me on Instagram, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Give me some love and support. And any last word you want to say to anyone out there?
Nope. Tune in, show up, come get some tickets, watch this pro debut. It's gonna be big. You know, I keep saying it's history in the making. I'm trying to go down as an all-time great. So, you know, watch it all. You know, whether if you can't make it, watch it, stream it. You know, if you can make it, you know, I love the support, love the energy. So it's gonna be a good thing.
Well, I'm very happy to be part of Benny Orozco's MMA journey, and then we'll see how far this can go. And I said it many times, I help many fighters on my promotion, help them to get to UFC, Bellator after they get a few pro fights on my show. So I'm here providing a good platform. Hopefully you can see all the big superstars and start on my event. I'd like to see how far they can go. And years down the line, I'll be like watching this interview like, hey, you know, he was making a pro debut on my event, and now he's challenging a UFC title or a Bellator title or something big. So just glad to be part of the many fighter dream chasers their journey. So here we go. I'm Zhong signing out, and then good to have you, Benny Orozco, be part of my event. May 20, Zhong Cage Fighting #8 going down.